Hello world, how y'all doing out there? Hope y'all are feeling great. Hope y'all are doing what you love to do. Hope life is amazing for you. I hope you're imposing your will on everything in a really positive way. Thank you for checking out my video. I really appreciate that. I really do. Right now, or today, it's approaching noon. It's about 10 a.m. and following my daily ritual. Connecting back with nature. I'm taking a walk and just basically grounding myself before I finish the rest of my day doing the things that I have to do. And right now I'm in the woods, and I've walked up this path, and I've been kind of waiting for the sun. I've been waiting for the sun this morning. I've been really patiently waiting, and I got in the ice this morning, and I was expecting some sun to get me warmer and to give me more energy, but it didn't really happen. So I just had to kind of just take it and just take it as it came to me and freeze and just wait for the sun. But it's trying to come out right now, but it's been hiding all morning. But that's okay, and for that reason, taking me a walk. I'm grounding myself. I'm walking barefoot, and if we can't connect to nature in the way that we want to connect, there's alternative ways, and there's more ways than one. There's lots of different ways to connect, and I'm exploring all of these things. But yeah, I'll get right to the video. Today, in this video, I'm going to talk about something that's really important to our biology. And I'm going to tie that information back to back to nature, or how nature affects it. And the topic that I'm going to talk about in this video are our mitochondria. Our mitochondria. All right, so you're probably thinking, what's a mitochondria and why are they important? Well, a mitochondria is important because they are what make energy for the cells in our bodies. They're what makes energy from the cells in our bodies. And this is really important because if your mitochondria are strong, then you fight off illnesses well. You physically perform well. You're smarter. Just overall everything, because everything is about energy. The more energy you can make, the better you can perform, the more you can do. So the mitochondria is foundational to a lot of things, and it's even foundational to health and wellness. It has been found that mitochondria, most diseases, most illnesses are mitochondrial illnesses. Like, very few are actually truthfully genetic or just related to your DNA, because the outside influences the physics, the nature, the things that happen around you. They determine what turns on your genetic switches and DNA. So a lot of problems that we have, sicknesses that we have, most of them are not genetic. It's your environment. It's just the things you come in contact with every day. And not DNA, but your mitochondria, they are big time sensors of your environment, and they act accordingly. And that's what I'm going to get into in this video. So what is where do mitochondria come from? Mitochondria, they are basically bacteria, and our cells formed a symbiotic relationship with these bacteria a very, very long time ago. We're talking maybe a billion years ago, like the very beginning. They formed a symbiotic relationship with the cell. And what's a symbiotic relationship? A symbiotic relationship is a relationship between two or more parties where each party benefits. And for this situation with the mitochondria, the cell gets the food and the oxygen and gives it to the mitochondria. The mitochondria consumes it and releases energy for the cell. So the mitochondria gets fed and the cell gets the energy that it needs to perform its duties. And each cell in our bodies have 1,000 to 2,000 mitochondria in them to make energy. So each cell, we have lots of mitochondria in our body, huge amounts of mitochondria to make energy, which should tell you like that's the importance of mitochondria, because we have so many. And the highest concentration of mitochondria in our bodies are in our brain and our hearts. So if you have like some type of mitochondrial illness problem, your thinking's gonna suffer. It's gonna be one of the biggest, the place that suffered the most, and your heart, your energy. Basically, your heart is one of the major centers that produces energy for the rest of your body. So your brain and your heart have the highest concentration of mitochondria. All right, so where do we get our mitochondria from? Well, the short answer is that we get our mitochondria from our mothers, not from our fathers, only from our mothers. Mitochondrial DNA is passed down only through the maternal line. So if your energy is lacking, like you have weak mitochondria for some reason, you can trace it back by looking at your mother's condition, looking at your grandmother's condition, and looking at your great grandmother's condition. And this will kind of tell you the story. It'll tell you like what type of mitochondria you inherited. Mitochondria do not get passed down through the paternal line, only through the maternal line, only through our moms and grandmothers. So what could this imply? Well, knowing this, that mitochondria get passed down only through the maternal line, if you're a woman and you want to have children, like you plan to have children in the near future, or you're already pregnant and you want your children to come into this world with as best chance as possible to be strong, healthy, smart, and just have a shot at being the best in their lives, you really want to fix your mitochondria, or you really want to do things to make your mitochondrial functions better. And how can you do this? How can you make the mitochondrial your mitochondrial functions better? Whether you be a pregnant woman, or you be a child, or you be a guy, whoever, how can you make your mitochondrial functions better? You can do this by connecting back to nature. It's real simple. Connecting back to nature will improve the functioning of your mitochondria, because your mitochondria are environmental sensors. They make energy based on the demands of your environment. And an example of this, like if you live in a place where there's strong sunshine, your mitochondria pick up this information and they make energy based on that, based on the fact that there's strong sunshine. Now, if there's like low light and very cold weather, your mitochondria are gonna work differently. They pick up this information and they're gonna work differently based on this situation. So they adapt to nature. Your mitochondria adapt to nature. And I guess one way of an example of this, like if there's low light, and there's lots of cold weather, your ability to metabolize fat will be very, very good. It'll be much, much better. And the reason for that is because your mitochondria are communicating with your environment and everything outside. And the environment's telling them like what's biologically possible, what's in the area. It's telling you what's there. And after it tells your mitochondria what's there, your mitochondria are prepared to deal with that situation and metabolize the food that is there. Now, if the signal from the mitochondria are different than what you put in your body or expose your body to, it's going to cause confusion. It's going to cause chaos, and our biology doesn't have an answer for that, or they can't make that adaptation in that short amount of time. So yes, mitochondria are just basically environmental sensors, and they make energy accordingly based on that. And a way to fix them is by reconnecting back to nature. Things that destroy our mitochondria, or things that reduce their functions. I mentioned nature helps, so what does not help? Being out of nature, basically being under artificial light. Artificial light sends the wrong message to your mitochondria, especially light going through your eyes sends the wrong message to your mitochondria. And usually the light is one spectrum, so it's really just an alien thing to your body and to your mitochondria, and your body doesn't know like how to respond to this. Also, artificial heating and cooling, it sends the wrong messages to your mitochondria. This is big time confusion. They don't know how to make energy, what energy to make, and it's confusing. And another thing is that affects mitochondria is like electromagnetic fields, different foreign radiations that we come in contact with. We bring our bodies in contact with every day when we're around a bunch of appliances and stuff like this, and we're inside too much. And this affects the health of our mitochondria because they put off electromagnetic fields and like foreign frequencies of light that we shouldn't be exposed to. And our mitochondria are, their nature is electromagnetic, which they make electricity, and anything that makes electricity gives off a magnetic field. And if you have these outside external magnetic fields and electric fields, they interfere with the functioning of your mitochondria, and over time this can weaken your mitochondria and deteriorate their abilities to make energy and to sense the environment properly. And just, basically when your mitochondria are going down, and your health is going down, and everything, your quality of life will deteriorate, because you biologically have difficulty making energy. And it's just really important. And I guess the whole take-home message to this is, it's just another way of saying connect back to nature. Connect back to nature. Do it for your mitochondria. And if you want to know more information about mitochondria, I strongly suggest, if you're really concerned about health and energy, to really focus on mitochondria and learn how they function, because they're the foundation of everything. Learn the behavior of your mitochondria. Learn what has various effects on your mitochondria. For example, cold has major effects on mitochondria. I do videos about this. Check out my ice bath, my cold adaptation videos. It teaches you ways to improve the functioning of your mitochondria. Also, of course, the sun, and using the sun, it affects your mitochondria. Grounding, just basically things connecting back to nature. But I guess the big thing is to learn the details, the small things. The more you learn, the devil is in the details. So the more details you learn about it, the more you can apply this stuff to your life and learn and unlock the mysteries and get the most out of it. So I hope this video gave you some good information. It puts you on, it's pointing you in the right direction. It's orienting you. And I plan to make more videos about mitochondria, because I think they're very foundational to biology, if you're interested in that. And ultimately, it's about connecting back to nature, and that's what I'm all about. I'm all about connecting back to nature, connecting back to what's real. And I'm just right now in this video, mitochondria, I'm just tying it to nature, and I'm giving you one more reason to connect back to nature, connect back to what's real, and connect back to the real you. So thank you so much for checking out my video. I really appreciate it. Life is beautiful. You're beautiful. You're amazing. I love you. Thank you so much. And come check me out again in the future. There's much more to come. Much more to come. I have so many thoughts just racing through my head. If you please press the like button. Please drop a comment. If you have something to add, some direction to give me, please do so. I really welcome that. Thank you so much. If you like my presentation, you want to know more, you want to learn more, you want to grow with me, we grow with each other, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. I love you, and I am gone. Have a wonderful time wherever you are in the world. See you.